All I can say is yikes.
The dark presence is vulnerable against bright light. At least that makes sense.
Hooray? Let's see.
Nah. Okay.
It was so confusing. It's all confusing. Scratch her away. See Casey.
Doesn't look right. Sure.
So much to do, so little time. Well, we're gonna need a manual save. Alright. Thoughts on the situation?
The FBC usually handles stuff like this, right? Any thoughts?
Hold up. You got a pure natural object in here without telling me and then almost handed it over to a hostile entity?
I didn't know if I could trust you. That was a mistake. So was believing Scratch. But it's not too late. I just need to understand more.
You got that right. Let's start acting like we're on the same side, yeah?
So, about reality
The horror
changing.
story's changing reality. It made it so my daughter died here, even though she's supposed to be back home in Virginia. Do you know if that's...
AWEs are localized distortions of reality. The area outside town might not be affected. Sometimes they expand, sometimes they fizzle out. If we can make sure it's the latter, your kid might be fine.
I mean, it does have a whole nation it needs to get across of first.
The whole thing is a nightmare. I can't let my family be torn apart.
Having family isn't easy in this line of work. Late nights, travel, alternate realities threatening their existence. My ex-wife couldn't take it.
Karen, you're better off without her. I know I am.
Damn. Any intel?
So tell me what I'm missing. The FBC must know something.
Good news, we have Bureau intel on all of this. Bad news, it's highly classified. Good news, consider yourself deputized into the Federal Bureau of Control. Here
Sweet.
The cell where we keep the files. Happy reading.
Okay. Thanks. Go team.
Oh. Ooh, I just became an agent of the Bureau. Go me. This is a promotion I never asked for. Transcript of interview with subject Alan Wake, suspected para-utilitarian. Location Bright Falls, WA. Interviewer Kristen Estevez, lead agent. C. Mr. Wake, have you been taken into FBC custody and will receive an in-depth interrogation at a later date? But for now, I need to ask if there is anything you can tell us regarding the incident at the hotel. Anything we may need to know. Alan Wake, there is a force here you don't understand, a presence. It's after me. It wants me to consume me, consume everything. K.E., you mentioned this dark presence before. What? Why does it want you? It feeds on Alan Wake. It feeds on art. On the art they create, it wants me because of my writing. It can be any form of art, any artistic expression, music, painting, film, photography. I almost said another P word, but let's I'll just leave that up to your mind. It can feed on any of it. All of it. You have to believe. K.E. We are aware of this entity, Mr. Wake. We've been tracking the situation for a long time now. You yourself have been on our radar for over a decade. I'm sure those nuts in the research department are just going to love checking you out. Hey, make a note to redact that for submission. Let's get back on track. You mentioned a light switch earlier. Where is it now? I don't know, but I need it. I can't end this without it. Will you help me get it? K.E. Mr. Wake, you are in custody, pending charges for breaching of numerous federal violation codes. We are not going to give you a suspected paranatural object. Alan Wake, you're not blank listening to me? K.E. We are listening just fine. Now, do you have any accomplices? Alan Wake, blank you. Let me the blank out of here. It's coming for me. We're all in danger. Interview terminated due to subject being uncooperative.
The lake is a gateway to the dark place. What the hell is a para-utilitarian?
We see piles of... Oh shoot. There you go, the clicker.
The clicker amplifies any changes to reality suggested by a piece of art. Makes them permanent.
Just like the Oscars. Quick in the clicker. Read a Oh, I gotta read manuscript. Alright, reading time. Oh, okay, wait, what am I missing in terms of the manuscript?
The writer went into the lake, banished the dark presence.
Here.
The fuse was in place.
I'm just gonna go ahead. We're just gonna skip over.
An overlap of the dark place needed a push from both. Children in Bright Falls all grew up
Already heard that.
Inside the trailer at the
Heard that.
Scratch stalked through the forest.
Heard that.
Stood in front of the parade float. Hey, stop right there.
Already read that.
The killing of Monica Thompson was a terrible.
Mulligan
and Thornton in the wreckage of the morgue. Ilma Koskela stood in front of the small. Saga was beginning to see why Casey. Saga had read about it. Sorry, we're at a Bright Falls blend.
Yeah.
Saga had slid into a night.
Understatement.
Anderson had lightning in his vein.
Yeah.
Saga jabbed the selector on the jukebox. The Valhalla nursing home. Wheeler used to be the agent of a manic. Wheeler set up a foundation with a sale. Cynthia Weaver hated being old. Cynthia Weaver smiled. Emmett Elwood had had enough.
Okay. I read it. Okay, profiling regular Wake. Let's see, trapped in a dark place.
Wake escaped the dark place.
Wrong.
Is it possible he's still there?
The Big Apple in an ocean of darkness. Gone diving. Note from my editor. You're using the wrong tense. Trapped in a loop. My friends will meet him when I'm gone.
Wake is still trapped in the dark place. Maybe he always was.
Which I'm gonna say, yes. Right now, can we read this stuff? Deployment order. Urgent situation. Approximately 1,900 hours on 13 September 2023. Reading from a remote surveillance unit monitoring Cauldron Lake, known as the Threshold, to what we researchers theorize is the origin of the mention of A040, the Shadow, past acceptable limits. Attempts to contact the FPC research facility WA-03, codenamed the Lake House, were unsuccessful. On-site event verification is not possible. Response procedures are initiated with immediate effect. Lead Agent K. Estevez will mobilize the investigation unit Beta from a remote operations site at Redacted. All available Shadow-specific equipment Lot 4-11B has been approved for the field use. Objective: to confirm the active event. If an active AWE is occurring, the dispatch team will identify its nature and severity, limit exposure, and attempt to collect or neutralize the source. If no event is active, check monitoring equipment, perform a limit profile sweep of the area, and check status of the lake house and its staff. Additional information relevant operatives in the area include the Cult of the Tree, Redacted, and Alan Wake, currently missing. Item clarification request number 194B-F. Summary of findings. Description and peritalitarian. Based on reports, the item is a light switch from a lamp cord, with part of the severed cord still attached. Eyewitnesses' accounts suggest that the item possesses the ability to alter reality. The changes being based on Redact, when used, a capable para-utilitarian phrasing this item's effect from that of the Cauldron Lake threshold responsible for reoccurring AWEs in the area is difficult because the only reported use of the item have occurred near this threshold. Without more data, we cannot confirm if the item intensifies the effect of the threshold, or vice versa, or if there is no connection whatsoever. Recorded material from Dr. Harmon after becoming a Redacted have revealed that Alan Wake eliminated Barbara Jagger, likely a physical manifestation of Redacted, by inserting the light switch into its chest and clicking the switch. The item is confirmed to have been used in 2010 to turn fictional writing into reality. See file AWE-35. However, it is unclear what the restrictions and limitations of this effects are. Conclusion: the light switch is a possible OOP, but the team cannot conclusively classify the item based on secondhand account. Proper examination and testing is required in order to determine clarification and precise effects of the item. Well, that was reading. Do we need to read anything else? Okay, I did my reading homework. Oh, wait. Come up with a new plan. Let's see.
You really don't remember Logan living in Virginia with me and David?
I remember you and David having problems. You needed a break. You and Logan moved to Watery and then,
Damn, she put a whole country between them.
Then Logan... Oh, that awful thing happened. After you came back to work, I thought you'd be the perfect partner for this case. If you were willing to return to the area.
Okay. That's enough. The story is changing your memories. What you're remembering is fiction. Logan is alive. I'm not divorced. We never moved here. I remember the truth.
No. Wake or Scratch, whoever that was, said the story could be used to attack us. We all need to question what's real. With that said, how do we know the story isn't giving you false hope?
I can't convince them. I just need to change the story.
This is the kind of case my ex.
Yeah, we need a new plan.
Wake is trapped in the dark place.
Still.
He's been reaching out, communicating with me in the overlaps.
Okay, now can I use this? We need to go to the lake. What am I missing? I have to be missing something. Oh,
Wake
this.
isn't the first person the dark presence disguised itself as.
There we go.
I need to know what information I can still trust.
FBC file. Clicker's still useful? Yes. Alright, let's go to profiling. Test Thor for help.
Wake told me the clicker would fix this. But Wake was actually Scratch. How can I trust anything he said?
The artist must conclude his work. He rides a storm on your piece. Wake up and smell the danger. He told you already, kiddo.
Wait, wake up!
What Tom said about the light switch is true. Don't let the story confuse you. You need him to write the ending you want. The clicker to make that ending come true.
But we don't have Wake. Everything we knew about the clicker was true. He wasn't lying.
Duh. Given that, all lies are technically based in some form of the truth. Okay, so I'm now guessing we can now... What the... Did I just hear Ilmo? Yeah, wait, I thought he died.
I'm sorry about your brother, Ilmo.
Jakob was all heart. He always went along with my ideas, no matter how stupid they were. Always happy to help. I got carried away. I never think things through. It's my fault.
I realize it's a bad time. But I need you to tell me everything about the cult of the tree.
The cult is my craziest idea that ever worked. Look, what kind of a cult calls themselves a cult? Exactly. We protect Watery and Bright Falls. We're the good guys. A secret neighborhood watch. Well, that was the idea anyways. Look, we've always known about the horror inside the lake. When any Taken come out, we kill them.
You don't turn people into Taken. You kill the ones who already have.
Damn.
How long has the cult been around for?
Certain folks around here have always known about Cauldron Lake. Before us, it was the Torchbearers. And when I inherited the mission, I wanted to call it a cult. It was genius. Just named it half the work. Made people too scared to go into the woods at night. Business 101. Fear is a great motivator.
It's true.
You were trying to kill Alan Wake. Why?
Nothing good has ever come out of Cauldron Lake. The nightmare that hit Bright Falls in 2010 was all because of his writing. And ever since then, pages of his stories are floating up from the lake, and monsters keep popping out. It's all him, Wake. And if we don't stop him, no one will.
Wake's evil doppelganger Scratch is the threat we're facing, not Wake. And I will stop him.
I've never heard of anyone called Scratch.
Oh, interesting. So that makes it even more interesting. All right, let's see what the brothers killed the Taken.
Elmo said the cult kills Taken. Is he telling the truth?
Surplus deer masks by in bulk. We've got a floater, a Taken on the shore. Call the gang Yako. We are going hunting.
Oh.
The tree. Keeping the town safe since 2013.
Elmo is telling the truth about the cult. They really were fighting the Taken. We're on the same side.
Well, that's a little bit of a plot twist.
If the cult is killing Taken, then why did Nightingale turn into one?
Private party. Invitation only. Wrong time. Wrong place. Time to go, Yako. A job half done isn't done at all.
Nightingale became a Taken because the Bookers interrupted their ritual.
Well, dang, that screwed everything up. So essentially, if there wasn't an interruption, everything would have been fine. Well. So long. We got it wrong. Said he never heard of Scratch.
Nope. Yeah.
So much is now making sense. So they were all just there the whole time to kill them. Well then.
I'm gonna deal with the situation, Elmo. But the town will need protection until we sort this out. I could use your help.
Right. I'll round up the gang. We won't let these fucking monsters hurt any more of our people. We'll do my brother proud.
Thank you, Elmo.
Yay, we got an army now. Oh, that's what it meant. When Doris said, like, there's an army of people for you.
So the Cult of the Tree actually kills Taken. They were on our side, even if their methods are misguided and criminal.
It looked right from where we were standing. Nothing was what it seems in this case. Too many stories contradicting each other. Too many versions of the truth.
We have a lot of catching up to do after this thing is all over. Everything is different now. My family, me, the whole fucking world.
I'll buy the coffee, Anderson. Here's to the end. This case is one for the books.
I see what you did there.
Ah.
Scratch told me the clicker can be used to change the story. Does that match your understanding of this thing?
Yeah, the light switch is a paranatural item, maybe even an object of power. There are verified reports that Alan Wake was in possession of it during the AWE here back in 2010. Definitely has power. We know that much.
I can come up with a plan. I always do.
Yay? Okay. There we go.
The clicker can fix this. But I can't use it without Wake.
Yeah.
Tor knows about this stuff. Maybe he can help.
Alright, how do we get Wake?
Wake is still in the dark place. How do I get him out?
We live and breathe rock and roll. From the silence of screams, from the fever of dreams.
Time to light it
The
up.
clicker can amp up other works of art, not just Tom's writing. Anything created with passion. The dark power of the lake will make it creep into reality. But if the holder of the clicker believes in the art, they can make it all come true in the flick of a switch.
I can use the clicker without Wake. Only Wake's writing can change the horror story. But I can use the clicker to change something else. Like getting Wake out of the dark place.
And maybe winning lots of money. I'm just saying.
I will use the clicker to change reality and bring Wake back at Cauldron Lake. I'll need the right work of art, but that won't be a problem.
Alright.
I've got it now. I just need to tell the others what to do and fix everything. For good.
Alright. Alright. Time to offer Morgan this thing and ask Dutch because he has a plan.
So we need Wake to fix the story, right? That hasn't changed. So here's what I have. Wake's still trapped in the dark place, under the lake. I think we can use the clicker to get him out. But first, we need a work of art. Something other than his story. And that'll get him here.
I'm not filling out the paperwork for this.
Okay, what do you call
Wouldn't worry,
Alan
start.
Wake
But
who
I'm
works
sold.
in a factory?
Okay,
Look,
this feels like something that once we get the ball rolling, there's no
Alan
turning
Make?
back. You
But
sure
that'd
we have
be
it all
too
figured out?
simple, I feel like. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's save the game. Here we go. Cauldron Lake time.